Representing the Bay Area of Northern California here in the Shark Tank, it's the San Jose Sharks. Hi, everyone. Along with Eddie Olczyk, Ray Ferraro in just a moment, I'm Mike Emmerich. And tonight, even though it's a team sport and people are seated in the stands right now thrilled to watch a team play another team, they are thinking about one particular player. It's hard not to think about this guy because he's so dominant on the ice. But what's it like to be him?
Well, you know the responsibilities, Doc, and that comes with a burden, so to speak. But when you talk to him, he certainly relishes in the role that he has. And whether you're a star player or a role player, you have to do two things. You have to accept and execute, and he's able to do it all regardless of the stage.
Karlsson's ability to execute is what separates him from a lot of players in this league, Doc. People know when he's on the ice. If they are in this building or watching at home, you got to keep your eyes on him all the time because he has the ability to do something that a lot of players in this league can't.
Okay, so let's look at the starting goaltenders for the game. Martin Jones rode the buses in the minors for 3.5 years before arriving in the NHL. In his first 3 NHL years, twice in the Stanley Cup final. John Gibson gets the start. Native of Pittsburgh, was only 20 when he broke into the NHL in the Stanley Cup playoffs with the Ducks. Like a lot of goalies, good size, 6'3", 210. And they are ready for the opening face-off, and so are we. Thornton's the face-off man for the Sharks. Getzlaf's out there to try to beat him for the Ducks. Two bitter rivals remembering the past, about to start some present. Driving in from no man's land. Save! On to Thornton. He got in the lane of the shot and blocked it. Has it back deep. And he steps across the line. Routine save. The Ducks are at the wing in neutral ice. Can he beat him here? It's all on his shoulders. He scores! That's a great start at breaking through. 1-0.
Always interesting, guys, after the first goal is scored, whether the team that scored is going to continue to attack or whether they'll sit back a little bit.
Anaheim's ahead by 1 goal here in the first period. A lot of time still left to play, but getting one and breaking the tie was huge. The Sharks win that neutral zone faceoff.
Rickard Raquel, assisted by number 50.
Picks it up in his own end.
And by number 42.
The Sharks skated up on the side.
4 minutes, 16
Shoots one. Puck ricocheted off the screen. He hangs on and gets the whistle. Just over 6 minutes gone. Anaheim's ahead 1-0. The Ducks with a clean win on the draw. Anaheim's looking to head man up the wing. Gains that offensive line. Shoots. Terrific save there. Didn't look like he had anything to shoot at, and he made it tough.
The shooter thought he had a chance, but the goaltender robs him. What a stop.
Save. Snapping a pass to Cogliano. Shoots one. Strong shooter against a strong goaltender, and the guy with a trapper won.
Jones probably feared a man advantage break would be more dangerous than that, but they chopped that up and he made a really easy stop.
The Sharks with a face-off win. San Jose's continuing to probe up the wing. And a save. To Cogliano. Lets it go. Nice save there. They're going to have to do better than that to beat him. Directing that one to Donskoy. A great wrist shot. Terrific save. And he shoots. Couldn't get his way through. Takes that pass from the other point man. Wonderful save.
Great strength and support by the Sharks.
Picked up by the defense. Brings it in for an attack. Shoots. Great stick there. That's a marvelous save.
Looked like the net was open for a second, but he shut it down.
San Jose's along the wing at center ice. Took that right away. Wrister from the slot. Oh, what a block. Tosses it. Collected now. The Ducks with a neutral zone possession along the wing. Pitching it to Vlasic. What a tremendous hit.
Raquel's going to have to gather himself after taking that hit solidly.
Breakaway. Nice work by Kane.
1 minute left in the first.
The Sharks are driving it from the wing. Oh, a save there. Propelled to Perry. A big collision in the middle of the ice.
If you're looking for this type of open ice hit, you better have a good angle, and that's exactly what happened. This is a big-time major collision.
First period stats are final. We'll have some more entries as the second and third periods are forthcoming. Anaheim's got the only goal in this one thus far.
During the game, please remember to be alert at all times in our seating area. Even within
The Ducks have a lead. It is just one, and they did it this way. We'll be right back.
So please stay alert at all times when the game is in play.
First face-off of period 2. And in flight over the line. Good save there. Anaheim's got it in their own end, hoping for center. Passing one off now to Raquel. Great stick work prevents the pass from being complete. Well done with that pass. Anaheim's leaving its own end. Gathered up again by Joe Pavelski. Is able to move on in. Shoots one. Paddled aside. Terrific determination by Kane. Scooped up by Getzlaf. Pass attempt to Pavelski. Cuts that pass off. Swept aside. Could this be icing? And it will be, based on the defense arriving first.
Gibson's battling athleticism denies the opportunity. What an effort.
Defensive zone win. Knocked right off the stick. It's dumped in. Up the left side to Hurdle. Use that stick like a magic wand. Right in front. Shot. Got his pad on that one. And still another save. What a show.
That second save was textbook.
Quick wrist shot. Turned away with the stick. Tries to get it on net. Score! And this one is tied.
Well, that certainly changes the complexion of the game. That tying goal has changed everything about this one.
Face-off win, and now what will they do with it?
Scored by number 19, Joe Thornton. Assisted by number 88, Brent Burns.
Slides it to the point.
48, Thomas Hertel. Time of the goal, 10 minutes.
Smart recovery by Couture.
Seconds.
Nicely into the zone. Outstanding offense met by solid goaltending.
I'd like to say that I think this game is going to open up and there's going to be all kinds of chances all over the place, but both teams have really adopted a never give an inch style of play. I think this is tight checking right down to the final horn.
And now it's directed to Carlson. Slid to Hurdle. Trying to go to Rowney. Nicely into the zone. Drives ahead. Breakaway chance. San Jose's recoiling back in their own end. Shot. He scores! 2 in a row.
Well, this has been pretty good back and forth here in a tie game. Now they've got the lead. We'll see what they do with it.
San Jose's gotten the lead here late in the second period. Do we have one more surprise left in this period, or do we wait to the third? The Sharks control from the neutral zone.
By number 62.
Not a hard hit, but effective.
Assisted by number 27, Jonas Donskoy, and by number 4, Brandon Dillon. Time of the goal, 16 minutes, 41 seconds.
Under 3 minutes still to be skated. The Sharks lead by a goal. They just broke the tie moments ago. And the faceoff's won. Good shooting place. That one's deflected. Cuts off that pass on the attack. From the slot of wrister. It's blocked. Oh, terrific save on a great chance.
Terrific stop from right in front of the net, but you got to find a way to put the puck in the net.
Wonderful stop. Looking to Perry. Moving it to Rowney. Shoots one. Outstanding body contact.
Oh, he's been looking for that hit all night.
2 periods are in the books here. And the books could very well have some perspiration stains on it by now because these teams have worked pretty hard. But still, a third period is ahead. 2 period shots on goal totals read like this. 17 for San Jose and 12 for Anaheim.
Hey fans, be sure to get your season tickets now at this year's playoff location.
San Jose's 1-goal lead came on this play. I want to show it to you one more time as we go to break.
Don't miss your opportunity to pick up the best locations for next season. Stop by section 144 on the concourse.
Third period about to begin. The rear view mirror will help us with the first 2, and so will Edzo.
The Ducks are lucky to still be in this game, Doc. They've been outplayed by a large margin, especially in time of possession. One lucky bounce, and they're right back in it.
Oh, broke it up. Puck is thrown to Pavelski. Perfect wrister. Off the crossbar. Oh, snaps the shot. Stick save on the changing shot. And yet again, here is Ray Ferraro.
Dillon's laid the body on all over the place tonight. He's been like a one-man wrecking crew.
That's good, Ray. I think he sure has his fans out there. Good job on the draw. Ahead on that left wing to Raquel. Pitching this one to Manson. Laid on to Getzlaff. Got a piece of it with the glove. A good cut of the pass. They can keep the pressure on. Using the point. Lets it go. Outstanding save. Oh, they had a great chance. Takes it in from the neutral zone. A shot. They score! And they've tied the game up.
You get the lead, you want to pin the lead down. You want to give yourself the opportunity to spread the lead out. But they don't. They give up the tying goal, and now we're back to even.
Anaheim's done a wonderful job fighting their way back into a tie. This may require overtime or a shootout, or it may be decided in these next minutes. Snapping a pass to Cogliano. Good place to shoot from, and he does. Look out, the hits are coming.
Vlasic's not strictly a finesse player. He uses the body to his advantage quite frequently.
Save there. Chip to Couture. Side to side they go, trying to generate something. Collected by Carlson. Knocks it away with the stick. Anaheim's carrying on up the wing. Watch out, a big hit.
He wasn't expecting that contact. He got steamrolled there.
Lets it go. Score!
The next little bit will be crucial. Now that they've got the lead, how do they play with it?
The Sharks have broken the tie here in the third period. A wonderful ride to the finish for all of us now. The Ducks control from the faceoff, directing that one to Henrique. A big hit.
Time of the goal.
Each team has tried to force their will onto the game at various points tonight, but there is no spread in the game. Two evenly matched teams playing a tight game.
The Sharks are looking to make a play out of their own zone. Pitching it to Donskoy. Ripped along to Fowler. Passing one off now to Henrique. Back on his stick. Henrique slashed. Ooh, that's going to be a penalty. Blocked away. Whistle is blown, and the guilty party heads off the ice. The Sharks are boxed for 2 minutes. The call is slashing.
Back in the era of wood sticks, this would really hurt. That's a slash.
Anaheim's power play unit gets their first opportunity of the game, and it comes at a very critical time.
Well, you get your power play on the ice for the first time, you can really generate some momentum, whether you score or not. Have a positive power play.
This is a tough one to work for. Takes a shot. Made that stop. Right next to the line. And on top of that, another great stop.
The pucks keep coming, and he turns them away.
A collision.
If you're coming through that area of the ice, you better have your head up.
So back to center ice they come on that offside.
San Jose's leading this game because they've been so aggressive. They've not given their opponent any room to create anything with the puck.
A little under 4 minutes to go. So this game has gone from being dead even to a leader. Pass attempt to Fowler. With a shot. Great save. Anaheim setting things up in the defensive zone. The Sharks have killed off an important power play at a key moment. A shot. Robbery there. Braun's got it in the defensive zone, headed to center. Skates it into the zone. And another strong save. The Ducks in their own end have control of the puck. And he holds on, and the whistle stops play.
Jones is going to stop that puck all night long. It's not a difficult shot, but it's his positioning that makes it look so easy.
This next faceoff is the largest one this game has seen. That's a big defensive zone draw win. Keeps it going up the wing. Less than a minute to go. Good luck to us all. Neutralized face-off win. Can start the attack going in the zone. Anaheim's pulling their goalie, saying, take a chance. Why not?
Kessler's banged up here as he works his way back to the bench. I can see the trainer working his way down to his end.
And now it's directed to Perry. And the puck heads to the neutral zone, and so everybody has to get reset.
Kessler's injury is a result of this huge hit.
The goalie has left. A skater is on. An extra one to try to get a key goal near the end. The Ducks with a center ice face-off win. Cleared back along and out of harm's way. Ryan's heading out of the defensive zone. The Sharks lug that along up the wing. Net empty. He scores.
There's no doubt who'll win this game tonight after that empty netter.
That's going to be too much for them to come back from. That empty netter will seal the deal.
A face-off win. Let's see what develops.
By number 47.
Steps in from the neutral zone. Nice play with the stick. Nothing more will come. There he goes. Net empty. Let's take a chance here, they're saying. And that's the end of the game. It was a great time. It is a calculated risk that you have to take in the sport of hockey. You may be trailing, but you've got a chance to at least tie it up by pulling your goalie.
Do that, you have to get the goal scorers out on the ice, just not able to cash in with the extra attacker.
And again, we thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed the evening as much as we did. For Eddie Olczyk and Ray Ferraro, Mike Emmerich saying good night.